from Adirondack Girl at Heart. How are you today? I teach antique lovers how to create successful vintage and antique businesses. I've been selling myself for over 25 years and I still love it. I teach through videos here on YouTube, through my blog, Adirondack Girl at Heart, in my private Facebook group, Your Vintage Headquarters. I'll link to all of those, and I sell on Etsy and eBay. I love to share my recent vintage finds. I love to tell you how much each thing cost and what they're worth, and I hope that that helps you with your business. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, if you would watch some of my other videos, give me a thumbs up, that would be awesome. I have a lot to share today. How about we start with some ceramics and some pottery. My antique booth is pretty much farmhouse style, so I love any kind of crock. And this I found at an estate sale on the last day, actually the last like 5 minutes, so everything was half off. So this cost $7.50. I hope to sell it in the $25 to $35 range. This brown color up here, when you see that in combination with on a stoneware with a light beige like this is called Albany Slip, and it's a process and a color that developed right here in Albany, New York. So this is one of my favorite finds from this past weekend. This is a newer piece of ironstone. Maybe you can tell on the video that it's a slightly creamy white as opposed to a bluer white, which indicates older ironstone. And the mark on the bottom, which I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but it's incised, and typically on older pieces you're going to see that really cool mark with maybe a unicorn and a lion that indicates that it's an older piece. But this is in absolutely perfect condition. It costs $6.50 at a thrift store called Reshop in Ballston Spa, New York, and I hope to get about $45 to $55, maybe even more than that. We'll see. It should sell well from my antique booth. Another little piece, a little creamer. It's marked Laughlin on the bottom. Again, I hope you can see that. This is an early piece of Homer Laughlin, and these are not selling really great these days with this, you know, kind of ornate design and the transfer wear pattern there, but it should sell for $10 to $12. I think I'm forgetting to tell you prices. So this was $1, and the teapot was $6.50. I want to give a shout out to my son Dan. He edits all my videos and he gives me little tips, and he says, "Mom, you make a lot of noise setting things down on the counter." So I am trying to be careful, and I laid out some towels, so hopefully it will not make loud banging noises. But I want to give a shout out to him because he does a fantastic job, and he is very, very good at what he does. Thanks, Dan. These are two little funky containers, a jam and a jelly, and I think that I read an article about these, and I think they sell quite well. These are not marked, so I'm not sure. I need to do some research. I paid $5 for the pair, and I'm hoping that they will sell at least in the $20 range, but it could be much higher. Might be $40. I will report back on that. If you're following me on Instagram, then you saw this piece as well as the teapot in stories or in reels. It was 75 cents, and I just love pieces like this, nicely made pottery. I think that this will sell for about $10. Here's a little piece of newer Majolica. It's a piece made in Portugal. I paid $2 for it, and a lot of newer Majolica is coming out of Portugal, and I have an article for my blog coming up on that. This is also from Portugal. The mark is partially covered there. You see this at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. So I don't like to sell a lot of new things from my booth, but these simply are things that will sell. People like this style. Really brightly colored with the embossed decoration. So this one was 2, this one was 1, and this should sell for about 10, and this should sell for about 12 to 15. Here's a very cute little fellow that cost 25 cents. And I'm not sure what his original purpose was, but oh my gosh, because he's got a little hole on the bottom, like he had a stopper there. I'm not sure, but he should sell for $12 to $15. I think he's adorable. Here's a little German sauce boat, gravy boat. It does look like it might be something part of a child's set, but I don't think so. Should sell for about $10. Would look really nice in an ironstone collection. And then the last piece of ceramics is this. This is called Old Dartmouth Hall. As you can see, it costs 99 cents. Made by Spode, Copeland Spode. And they are selling for about $15 to $25 on eBay. So that Copeland Spode name is very meaningful, and it was in perfect shape, 99 cents, and so I decided to pick it up, even though I don't like to ship ceramics and in general plates and that sort of thing are not selling great nowadays, but I did research it and these are selling, so we'll see. Okay, here's some glassware. I have a very sad story to tell you. I went to a sale and found a very cool picture. It was embossed with leaves and picked it up for $1. And then 2 sales later, I found the matching glasses. So this is a nice shade of like taupey amber, not orangey amber. And I think you can see the embossed leaves on there. Perfect, absolute perfect match. I got 7 of the glasses, actually, 10 cents each. The pitcher was $1. So excited. Came home, I'm washing the pitcher, rinsed it out. I turned it upside down to put it down to dry, and it hit the sink and broke into a million pieces. It was so sad. I don't feel like these glasses are gonna do great on their own, so I'll probably put like $8 or $10 on the set of 6 or 7. Here's the orangey amber color that I was just talking about. I have a collection of little vases. These are likely both Fenton, and so this will go in my collection. It would typically sell for about $10. And then the shoes with the cat, very well-known Fenton look. These tend to sell for $10 to $12, $8 to $15. The amber color is probably not the most sought after color. It was in just perfect shape, and so hopefully it will sell for about $10. The shoe was $3. No, it was half price. I got them half price. So the shoe was $1.50 and the vase was $1. See, it's marked too. They are not marked Fenton, but these are really well-known shapes of theirs. Picked up a swirly patterned green Hoosier jar, a salt or a spice of some kind. Does not have the lid, but I do come across the lid, so it was 50 cents. With the lid, this would sell for $15 to $20. I like to pick up perfume bottles when I find them, even empty. They sell, this is a higher end, L'Orgalion is the maker. This was a jasmine scent. That's a French perfume, beautiful crystal bottle with a crystal lid and then the nice label. Here's white shoulders. Interesting with the label on the corner like that, and it's still got its little ribbon. So I think this one should sell in the $15 to $20 range, and I've not found comparables on this one yet, but I'm thinking $10 to $15, and they cost $1 each. I picked up these, I call these apothecary jars or grocery jars. They might have been on the counter in a grocery store filled with candy. This one is especially nice with this trim right around the edges, and then a really cool lid, patent pending December 1915, it says on there. And I picked this one, and the next one I'm going to show you up at Salvation Army, and this one was 99 cents. I hope to sell it for about $30. Here's another more common example. I actually found the lid separate from the base, so I was super excited to find it. And you know, I got the price wrong. This one was 99. It should sell for about 25. And this one was $1.99. It was half price. And like I said, hopefully $30 to $35 on that one. And so that's the glassware. Let's look at some miscellaneous things. How about that? I have a project on my blog for making bookmarks out of sewing patterns, out of vintage sewing patterns, and I sell those at Christmas time at a craft show that I do every year. I also give them as a little thank you in my Etsy packages, and I give them as gifts if I'm giving a book especially. So there you see them. Actually, this is a Barbie pattern, and I think that might sell separately on its own, but here are some. Look at that 1970s outfit. And these were, I think I bought the whole bunch of them for $1. I thought those were pretty funky. And then I got a pattern for Holly Hobby because Holly Hobby is popular with some people, and I thought that might sell well on its own. So we'll have to see. This was just a little freebie. I tucked in a box of things I bought at an estate sale because vintage paper sells well, but I really thought that was a beautiful pattern. I might need to use that for some kind of a craft. So if you've been watching my videos, then you know that I make junk angels. I sell them on Etsy. I have one in my shop right now. They were featured in Farmhouse Style magazine. I think it was this summer, 2021, and I've had a couple of people reach out to me and ask me to make them for them. So I'm kind of back in the groove and always looking for parts and things that I can use to make them. So I have 3 things that I can use as a base. This is a ceramic insulator, it was $1, and then this metal thingy. I can stick a dowel right in the center of these and then build the angel from there, and then this gives it a nice solid base to keep it from tipping over. And then here's a piece of wood that I picked up, also $1, that I can do worked similar with that. So I'll link to those junk angels in case you want to learn how to make them yourself. The first one that I made, I sold for $89.99. I just sold one for $59.99, so it's worth taking a look at that blog post to see if it's something that maybe you could make. I picked up this bead book. It's got instructions for beading on the inside, has these great illustrations of beaded purses. I feel like somebody who collects purses, which are less collectible these days than they have been in the past. They're just not really something that young people are interested in, but there are still plenty of old people who collect them who might like this. So this was $1, and I think it's worth about $15. I always like to pick up vintage and antique guidebooks when I'm out. This was $2. I especially find the information that they give usually in the first few pages really valuable. Of course, the pricing is not going to. This probably dates from like the 1980s. That's not really going to help me with my pricing, right? Here's a painting. This is a Salvation Army find for $2.99. I'm not super in love with the frame, but I don't think the frame is hideous. I just thought the painting was sweet, and I will price this in my booth at about $25. Love folk art and have a folk art course or a blog post coming up. This little kitty cat cost $2. I think he's worth about $25 to $30. I also enjoy selling Native American pieces. I have an entire blog post on Native American baskets, and I've sold some Native American beaded whimsies and a few, some beaded jewelry. This I thought was super interesting. I have seen Native American gourd art before, painted gourds, carved gourds, but had not seen them beaded trimmed like this. I think this one might have had a plant inside of it. It was $3 at a flea market, and I thought it was worth buying to do some research. I'm hoping it will sell in the $25 range. I have a blog post all about jewelry presentation boxes. Those are the boxes that jewelry came in sometimes, like this Monet box. And on its own, it could sell for about $10, but I have several pieces of Monet, so I'm gonna probably match that up. These were free. A Girl Scout pin probably came in this box, so Girl Scout collector is gonna be super interested in that, hopefully. $8 to $10. Even these little plastic boxes, this is a ring box. Got a little slot there for a ring. These sell for about $15 on Etsy. Is a great place to sell presentation boxes. And then this is a newer one. It's got a made in China tag on the bottom, but oval is really unique. So I think that should sell for about $12. I'll link to that blog post for you. And here's another craft project. I make these at Christmas time. I tie bottle brush trees onto the back, and I tie them on with baker's twine, red and white baker's twine. These date from the 70s. The vintage cars tend to sell better than the newer cars, so I always pick these up. They were $1 each, and actually I got 5 for $1, and these larger ones I sell for $8, where the smaller ones, like this Jeep, I sell for $6. So I'll tie the tree right on the top there. Here's another old-fashioned, is that Kellogg's? No, I don't know what that is on the side. I think I'll put the tree in the back and let it hang out on the end. And here's like a coupe. I'll put a tree on that one, and here's the final one. This is the Rice Krispie one, and I can put the trees right in the top there. So they're easy to make. Have the instructions on the blog, and like I said, they sell for $6 to $8, and I always sell out. I usually make about probably 20 to 25 every year. You may be familiar with this one. It's a Fisher-Price Tick-Tock teaching clock is what it's called. The hands move there. In good shape, they sell for about $25 to $35. This one is missing its handle, and it's lost some of the paper decoration that would have been on the sides there, but it was $2 and still working. So I think it will sell for about $15 to $18. Super cute toy. And a bear. I think I've mentioned before that we buy bear things for my son because his gaming handle is Grizzly. I don't think that I'll be giving him this bear, but toys, stuffed toys like this that have really cute little faces tend to sell well for about $15 to $20. He cost $3. 1970s lamp. These sell super well for me. $25 for this one, and it works, and the light bulb is still good, so that was a great deal for $1. Another dollar item, 100% wool. I'm calling this like a square dancing shirt, and square dancing outfits sell well on Etsy, on Etsy, so I'm going to give that a try. Hopefully in the $25 to $30 range. I like to pick up vintagey worn flags to decorate right around 4th of July. This was $1. Nice vintage look, and they sell for $15 for me. This is a find from quite a long time ago that I had stored in my garage because I didn't really know what to do with it, with the broken handle. I hate things that are broken because they kind of always stymie me. But I waxed it. It is alligator, and I searched it. It's a doctor's bag. I searched it on eBay. Everything is working, the clasps, the locks, everything. It is definitely worn and has some issues there, but not in too bad shape. The inside is not very clean right now. I have sprinkled it with baking soda because it had a little bit of an odor, and I'm going to clean it. And even in this condition, I think it will sell for about $50 on eBay. That's my hope. Okay, we're getting down to the end. I have some metal things now to finish up with. This was at an estate sale. It was free. It was the last kind of hour of the sale, and everything in this little shed was free. That should sell for about $25. A newer vintage enamelware coffee pot for camping. It was, I think it was $2. No, it was $3. That's from Salvation Army. And it should sell for $20 to $25. Have a blog post and a price guide all about enamelware on my blog that I will link to. And here's a couple more enamelware. These cups were $1 each, and they should sell for $4 or $5. While we're on enamelware, I will show you this bowl. This is also from Salvation Army, $4.99. Not super old, but not like born yesterday. Probably dates to about the 1960s. Could have been Czechoslovakian. It should sell for $25. Really nice color. And inside that bowl, I have a bag of cookie cutters that I got at a flea market this last weekend. $5 for the entire bag. And these are just fantastic with these square tops and then the shapes. There's a spade, there's a whole set that would have been for bridge, the heart, the spade, the club, and the diamond. I think I will sell that as a set, probably on Etsy, hopefully for about $20. And then there's still a whole bunch left. I think they're worth about $4 or $5 each because they're really interesting and different. This also came from the flea market. It's a little well, probably from like Jack and Jill. Still has this little pail. Oh my gosh, I love it. It was so cute. It was $1. There's $1, and it's marked made in France. So I think it should sell for about $12 to $15. And isn't this interesting? This is newer. It's a cast iron horseshoe shape candle holder. It was $3. I just thought that was super interesting and will be good to put out at Christmas time, I think, with a red candle. Little cute little bucket, that was 30 cents. I will fill it with something, but it should sell for about $10. A cake tin, this was half price, it was $1.50, and I thought that would make a great wreath. Hershey's cocoa tin, remember when it was a tin? I think it's round now in cardboard. I'm actually not sure, I haven't bought any in a long time. If I bake something, I eat it, so there's no more baking. Cost 50 cents, should sell for about $8. Just want to see if I'm missing anything. Okay, so the last, almost last, here's a little, this is a worm holder for fishing. You could, I think this would slide on your belt, and then your worms would go in there, and these sell for about $10, just as they are. They're cool to decorate with. This Maxwell House Tin costs $1, and it's got a couple of tools in it that were 50 cents each. I was thinking about using these for the angels. That does not fit in there, obviously, but here, maybe it'll go better in this one. Something like that. And this could also serve as the body in some way for an angel. So I just like to pick those things up when I see them and they're not really expensive. And then I put them out on my work table, and then I fiddle until I get a nice looking angel put together. This I bought for my booth. I thought it would be good to actually use it to hang a basket on. And that's it. We have gone through it. That took a really long time. I hope you enjoyed seeing my finds today. I hope you will give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, visit me on my blog. I would love to see you there, and I'd love to talk with you. And so I'm going to say goodbye. And as always, happy hunting.